welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show, live here at Woodbine Mall, 500 Rexdale Boulevard. And sitting beside me is a real estate professional. Please welcome Juliet Williams to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of this show. We met at a show not too long ago at a different location, so it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
It's amazing. So I think I hear a little bit of an accent, am I correct? Where are you from, love?
Actually, I am Canadian. I always say by way of Jamaican.
Excellent. And
So,
I think I'm by way the same connection as well.
I was actually born in Jamaica. I grew up most of my teenage years in Jamaica. I came to Canada as a teenager.
Okay, any Jamaicans out in the house? Little bit? All right.
Or extracts.
So tell me a little bit about your background leading up to being a real estate professional. How did that
Well,
occur?
for some time I practiced real estate in a different capacity. I worked for lawyers. I was a real estate law clerk. I enjoyed the job immensely. I was very passionate about real estate in general. So I decided to take it to a different level where I could serve people in a different capacity. Hence, I became a realtor.
Okay, all right. So that's your choice for being in the real estate business. And how long have you been in the business?
Oh, I have been licensed for 25 years.
25 years. Okay, I don't understand. You're only 29. I don't get that. Help me with math. I wasn't good at math.
Well, they made an exception for me. They allowed me to start at 8.
I love that. So now that you're in the real estate business some plus years, what have you learned? What are some of the lessons?
Oh, so many lessons. The business has transformed so much, but one lesson fundamentally I learned: real estate is still and will always be a great investment.
Okay, all right.
Fantastic investment.
What are some of the mistakes that people make when they're buying a home? Can you name about 2 big mistakes they make?
Oh, I could name 10, but 2. One of the things is when you're buying a home is not buying the right house. Location is paramount.
Location,
and
location,
always they
location.
say in real estate, location, location, location.
Right.
If you have the wrong location, I always put it like this. You can buy the best house in the worst neighborhood. You're better off buying the worst house in the best neighborhood.
Okay. So like fixer-uppers, those are okay as long as it's in a great neighborhood?
If you are going to buy a fixer-upper, it has to be in the best neighborhood.
Okay.
Don't buy the house that is well fixed up in the worst neighborhood. Buy the fixer-upper in the best neighborhood.
Okay. And what's the other one?
Overpricing, if you're a seller.
Okay.
So never, ever overprice. And what that is in today's market, we don't know. But, in real estate, we have this picture that says, a house to a seller looks like this. A house to a banker looks like this. And a house to a buyer looks like this.
Okay.
So in other words, it's a perception. If the house is big, big, big to the seller, so they want big, big, big money, and it's overpricing.
Okay. So in real estate, perception is reality.
Perception is reality because ultimately it's the buyer that makes the decision. And the price is always determined by what the buyer is willing to pay. And if the house is overpriced, and in the seller's eyes it is, then hence they won't pay for it.
Okay, so tell me how you go about with your needs assessment. When you're meeting your client, what are some of the things that you summarize for them?
Needs assessment. First of all, schools, essential. Work, how many kilometers you want to travel. Do you want to commute? What is your lifestyle? Because it is really about lifestyle, though. Are you a young professional? Do you want a condominium? Do you have children? Do you need to have a specific community, a place of worship? There are a list of things that I usually take into consideration in determining where the client would need to go.
Okay. Now, we live in a world where, things happen, people make mistakes. Sometimes you go through a situation where your credit isn't always A++, and you may be in a state in your life where you want to actually buy a house, but you're kind of dealing with the past. So is there a way to recover and to buy a home?
Yeah, there are lenders out there who look at credit differently than other lenders, but there are different ways of repairing your credit. You can start by repairing a damaged credit, such as, paying your bills on time, making sure that they're not late. One of the mistakes that we make actually with dealing with credit, you say, for instance, I have my credit card bill, it's only $1,000 is coming, I'm going to pay the whole thing in full. But in fact, you shouldn't wait and pay the whole thing in full. Pay the minimum on the due date. Those are some of the things that are essential for you to maintaining and repairing your credit.
Okay. Great. Can you tell us a time of, a great situation that happened with a client, like a testimonial, something you want to share with everybody here? Something you're really proud about, a proud moment?
There's so many. Where do I start? People that think that they can't afford a home. And usually, if you can't afford a home today, maybe another time. This young family, they thought they couldn't afford a home. So I put them on a path to home ownership and doing things in terms of investing in your RSPs, taking advantage of the various government programs that they've had.
And there are many out there. There's a lot of free money out there that people don't know.
In fact, one of the fundamental things that I did for this family is putting them on a budget. Okay. A lot of people are afraid of the B word, but it's not that scary, a budget. You have to, once you have a home, there are other things that come into play, such as heat and hydro and the maintenance of the home.
Right.
So budgeting is good. A lot of times we don't know how our money just leaks out because we come to the mall, we buy things that we don't need, we buy an extra pair of shoes. But if we have a budget, I have a spreadsheet that I give to my clients, track your money, see where it's going. It's very, very hard. And if you're committed to the process, then yes, anyone can do it.
Yeah, but the end result is
the end result.
fantastic.
At the end of the day, they were able to buy a house, they were able to sell that house and buy a bigger house, and they can't thank me enough. I'm part of their family. I'm at every family function. Christening, weddings, babies, they call me.
That's why I can't find you. Every weekend she's gone.
Every weekend I'm gone. So I'm a part of their family, and they spread the word because of what I've done for them. It's sort of like you have a vision and someone help you realize that vision. It's a phenomenal thing.
Fantastic. So there are people here listening and watching. Tell us, how can we get in contact with you so you can nurture us?
Well, today you have to be present everywhere. So I'm all the social media. You can find me at Twitter at Juliet Realtor. You can find me on Facebook at Juliet Realtor. You can find me at Instagram at Juliet Realtor. And my website is www.thejulietwilliams.com. Not just Juliet Williams, thejulietwilliams.com.
The one and only Juliet Williams.
And my phone number is 416-523-4288. And my office is 416-739-7200.
Fantastic. I really want to thank you for coming down and spending some time with us. You've got a wealth of knowledge, so it makes absolute sense to come and see you and to learn from you. So thank you very much. Juliet Williams, everybody.
Thank you. It's been a great pleasure.
We'll be right back.